Hey guys, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be me showing the albums and photo cards that I got in the month of May. And I'll be storing the photo cards I got in my binders. There were a lot of May comebacks, and you would think that would stop me from buying a lot of older releases, but unfortunately it didn't. I feel like I went a little bit overboard. So this month, June, I'm kind of taking a break from buying that many older releases. I am going to show the May comebacks first and then get into all the older releases. So in my last video, there were two late April comebacks that I didn't get in time for when I was filming. And they are both from two artists that I recently decided to start collecting. So I want to show those first. The first of which is this member debuted as a soloist, but it is Solar from Mamamoo, her first solo album, Spit It Out. Is this straight and centered? Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. This is, oh, I just hit the camera. This is a big album. Haven't figured out how I'm going to store it on my shelf just yet, but I really like Mamamoo's music. I remember one of the first songs of theirs that I heard was, I heard Yes I Am in passing, but I feel like Starry Night is what got me more interested in them. And I thought, you know what better time to start collecting them than with Solar's comeback. I thought that this was, or Spit It Out, I think it's a good song. It is not, like, it didn't blow me away, but nonetheless, I still think it is a good song, and I think she looked really pretty in the music video. So yeah, so that is the first album that I got this month, and here comes the sun. Okay, so then the second late April comeback that I got this month, and the group that I'm going to start collecting is Oh My Girl. So let me make sure I place these. Okay, so I'm not zooming out because my phone fell on my little board that I have here, and there's now a crack in it, so I don't want to show that in frame. Anyway, okay, so I got Oh My Girl's 7th mini album, Non-Stop. This is the Chance version, I'm pretty sure, and then this is the Quest version. If I got that wrong, I will put it like in the bottom left corner of the screen. I thought this was a cute comeback. I had heard of Oh My Girl's earlier songs. I've heard Closer. Closer was probably one of the first ones that I've heard of theirs in passing. And then Remember Me, I remember when that came, when that came out was when I was like, oh, okay, like I started paying a little bit more attention to them. When the teaser pictures dropped for this, similarly, so for A Pink, I was interested in them, and then when the teasers dropped for Look, I was like, I need this album. So same thing goes for Non-Stop. I love this concept. I'm also, I meant to mention this before, but I'm going to put somewhere on the screen like my top 3 B-sides of each album, or just for comebacks. And if it's like a repack where it only has like 2 or 3 songs, then I won't do that. Or if it's like a single, so like for Solar, it was just 1 song and the instrumental. But anyway, I'm gonna do that. So you should see that somewhere on the screen. But anyway, again, really enjoyed this mini album. Love the concept, love the packaging for this album. So yeah. So those are all of the kind of rounding out the April comebacks. So moving on to the official May comebacks, I have Astro's 7th mini album, Gateway. Again, I might put somewhere on the screen which version is which. I know there's Time Traveler and Another World. I do like, so kind of thinking of the photo books, I prefer this one a little bit better. But I thought Knock was a solid title track. If I had to compare it to their previous two, I would say I like Blue Flame and All Light a little bit better, but that's not to say that this comeback, like, I wasn't a fan of it at all. I did think that it was a good title, or Knock is a good title track, and there's some pretty solid B-sides on this mini album as well. So yeah, so the next May comeback I have is Day 6's The Book of Us, The Demon. I don't know, does anybody know, and I should know this is the last in their The Book of Us series, or is it going to be a 4-parter? I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, I said this in my Instagram post for this comeback, but Day 6 doesn't know how to release bad music. I really enjoyed this mini album, and I'm glad that although they didn't get to promote it as they normally would by, like going to music shows or variety shows because of the members' health, I am glad that they did put their health first. And honestly, the music kind of speaks for itself. I know I said it like 15 seconds ago, but this is a really good mini album. Zombie is a really good title track. And then the next comeback, this is a group that I decided to start collecting after fully listening to their first 2 releases, and that is TXT, or Tomorrow by Together. I have their newest mini. Is this centered? Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Their newest mini, The Dream Chapter Eternity. I'm surprised I enjoyed this mini album as much as I did. Can't You See Me is a whole bop. And I remember when they debuted, and I would say I didn't really give into the hype. I was like, oh, like, I don't know. But then earlier this year, I actually listened to their first mini album, and then The Magic was their first full album, I think. And then I was like, you know what? I like this. They have some good music. And so then I was like, you know what? Let's collect them. Really love the colors of this comeback, or this era. But yeah, again, I was surprised that I enjoyed this mini album as much as I did, but I'm excited to start collecting their albums. So this is another group that I recently decided to start collecting. I've been listening to their music. I've been a fan of them for quite some time. And this is just one unit, and I feel like that kind of gives it away. But I got NCT 127's repack of Neozone. This is Neozone, the final round. This is also not centered, now it is. So I love NCT. I love NCT Dream. I love Wavy, NCT U, but I don't know if I can collect all of the units. I'm collecting 127 for now. That being said, loved this repackage. Funny story about this. One of my friends, and if she's watching this, Chelsea, hi. She asked me if I was going to stay up and watch the online concert that they did, and I said no, but then I woke up and I think either I had replied to one of her earlier texts and she was up. Like this was like just when the concert had started. So she was kind of texting me live updates, and I remember they performed Punch live for the first time, and then a couple people recorded that and put it on Twitter. So I did hear a little bit of it before the official release. Upon first listen, I was like, huh, this is interesting. But it grew on me, and punches like a bop. And so the other two new songs are Nonstop and You Make My Day. If I had to choose between the two, I would say Nonstop is my preference. But yeah, thought this was a really good, Neo Zone itself, the album is really, really, really good. And I thought this was a good repack and a good way to kind of round out the Neo Zone era. So to continue with SM artists, this is the second to last comeback of May that I got. And I'm not sure how I'm going to display all of these in the frame, but I got Baekhyun's, oh, this is a mess. Hold on. Okay. I got Baekhyun's second mini album, Delight. This is, in my opinion, one of the best releases of 2020. I cannot pick, like, it's very hard for me to pick a top 3 for this mini album because all the songs are just that good. Also, this lighting right now is abysmal. Okay, that's kind of better. The whole vibe of the album is just, I love it. I don't know what else to say. I love this mini album. I loved the photo book and just the quality of this packaging. SM is really like loving these like clear like covers. So like on the NCT album, it had a clear cover. I love this magazine style of packaging. Really love this mini album. So yeah. And then the last comeback I purchased for May is for another group that I recently decided to start collecting. And I don't know how I'm going to display these, but I got all 4 versions of Monsta X's Fantasia X. They pronounce it Fantasia in the song. This is as good as it's gonna get. So similar to GOT7 and how I got into GOT7, I had heard of Monsta X when I first got into K-pop, or like shortly after, and I kind of grew to really like them through their reality and variety shows, or their reality shows and variety appearances. And then I kind of gave their discography a little bit more of a listen. I'm like, you know what? I love them as a group. I like their songs, so let's support by buying their albums and collecting. So I thought this was a really solid comeback. I know it was their first as a 6-member group, and to be honest, it feels weird saying they're a 6-member group, but I do think this was a strong comeback, and I'm also glad that Wonho is going to have a solo career. But yeah, excited to start collecting Monsta X. Oh my gosh, I'm a fool. Okay, I completely missed one comeback. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, so the comeback that I missed, the May comeback specifically, was Bull4. This is Puberty Book Part 2, Palm. So this was Jiyoung's first comeback promoting as a soloist under Bull4. And I think I like this mini album. I listen to Bull4's music to relax, because it just kind of has that vibe. But I thought this was a really solid comeback, and I'm excited to see what Jiyoung releases in the future. I also really loved the aesthetic of this album as well. As you can see, like, it's purple, and then also I think the packaging's like kind of interesting with all these different tabs for the songs. But yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot that. I'm so sorry. But with that is officially all of the albums all of the comebacks that I got in this past month. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get all of the older releases that I got in May. I know this is going to be a pretty long video, so I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible. But yeah, so I'm going to start with girl groups. So I did work on my G-Friend collection. I purchased their 4th mini album, The Awakening. And then I also got their 5th mini album, Parallel. With these 2 releases, I'm just missing either 1 or 2 to have an up-to-date discography. But yeah, really excited that I was able to get those. Then next I got Oh My Girl's Fall in Love album. This is the repackage for the 5th season. Again, also working on my Oh My Girl collection since I recently decided to start collecting them. And I think I'm going to prioritize theirs just because I know some of their albums are out of print. So yeah. Next, I got Twice's What Is Love album. I'm really excited I finally have these because I loved this era for Twice. I love the concept of this photo book. And I think I just need... I'm only missing Merry and Happy, both versions, and then 1 version of Summer Nights. And then I will be able to say that I have an up-to-date collection for Twice. But again, really excited to finally have this mini album. And then last for girl groups, I got WJSN's 4th mini. Okay, that's good. Okay. Their 4th mini album, Dream Your Dream. Also trying to work on my WJSN collection. I have a little bit of a ways to go, but yeah, really excited that I have this album. So now I'm going to show you guys the boy group albums that I got. So I did get a good amount. Yeah, I did get a good amount of Astro stuff. Okay, let me kind of get them all in order. Okay, so I got their 3rd mini Autumn Story, both versions. To kind of round that out, I also got their special album, Winter Dream. And then let me actually put these all in a stack. The other Astro album that I got was their special mini Rise Up. So yeah, making some progress on my Astro collection. So next, I now have an up-to-date collection for CIX because I have their 2nd mini, Chapter 2, Hello Strange Place. Are these aligned? Now they are. Actually, no, they're not. Now they are. Okay. CIX is coming back in June. Really excited. I have loved their past 2 title tracks, well, their debut and then their first comeback. So I'm really excited to see what they come back with chapter 3 of their Hello series. So okay, then I got a lot of GOT7 albums this past month, just because some of their earlier releases are starting to go out of print and I want to get them while I can. So I did manage to get, and I actually managed to get these sealed, which I'm happy about. I'm not sure which number mini album this is, but this is Mad. I got both versions. I think it's just like the vertical and horizontal version. So yeah, those were the first GOT7 albums I got. And then I was also able to purchase Just Right. This one is very hard to find sealed. I actually purchased this secondhand from an eBay seller and I thought it came in, or it was in really, really good condition. So I'm glad that I have this. I also purchased from the same eBay seller actually, the other version for Flight Log Departure. This is the Serenity version. And this one's of the two, so of Rose Quartz and Serenity. This one's a little bit harder to find, but I'm glad I have it now. Actually, I'm gonna push these out because the next albums are kind of bigger. And then the last kind of group comeback album I have for GOT7 is their Present You and Me. This is the repack. Oh, what is that? Oh, disregard. This is the repack of Present You. And this is not centered. This, I thought, or to this day, I think this is one of their like best comebacks. I cannot tell you guys how much I love Miracle, and even Lullaby too. Lullaby is a whole bop. But I'm really happy that I have this album. I think the photo book for this is, or for all three of these, are really pretty. So yeah, glad that I have these. And then lastly for GOT7, this is a unit. It is just two, which is Yugyeom, or Yugyeom, can I talk? And JB, and this is their first mini album, or their debut as a unit. So I'm happy that I was able to get these. And then the very last album, or older, well, this is a new release, but it's like, I got it a little bit later. And that is NCT 127's, this is like cutting out the like first part of it, but I might kind of adjust. Anyway, okay, so this is the T version of NCT 127's second mini, it even says it on the title. Second full album, Neozone. Someone tell me why, or so this is the top of it. I don't know why SM did like a completely different style of packaging in comparison to the N and C versions. However, the quality of this photo book is impeccable. And it's kind of similar to Baekhyun's, but I want Red Velvet to have like this quality of photo book with their next comeback. So those were all of the albums that I got in the month of May. And now we're going to move on into storing all the photo cards that I got in my binders. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put away the photo cards that I got last month. This is the stack that I have. It's a combination of album pulls, trades, and a couple of purchases. But as you can see, I have a good amount to put away. This is my girl group binder, so let me just see how many I need to put. Okay, so I divided that pile into what I need to put away on my girl group binder and then what I have for my boy group binder. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move that. Okay. So as you probably saw on the top of the stack, I do have this Bomi look card, and I think I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to collect the set where they're in the flower garden. So that will go there, and then next I have a couple of Bowl 4 cards. All right, and then next I have a couple of Cherry Bullet cards. Let me see. Okay, these are all from Let's Play Cherry Bullet. So let's start off with Haeun. Perfect. So I think I just need 2 more cards. Yep, 2 more cards for this set. And then next I have a couple, or actually just 1 Everglow card. I have this EU from Reminiscence. I'm collecting the autograph backs. I think this is a really pretty card of hers. Let's make sure this is centered. Okay. Okay, then I do have a couple of G-Friend cards to put away. This is going to be interesting because I haven't figured out the exact layout. Okay, so as you can see here, this is new. I'm gonna start to do these or I'm gonna prioritize making like these little sticky notes for older releases. So if there's a group where I don't have an up-to-date collection for albums and photo cards, I'm just gonna put the fillers in so it can help me like keep track of what I do have, what's on the way. I think what I'm gonna do, and this might not be the most aesthetically pleasing, I'll have to go back and kind of change this, but okay, hold on 1 second. All right, so I think I might, after I film this, I might go back and just double check to make sure, and also putting these, or this is the blank one, putting these slots in will help me kind of figure out, okay, like this is where the cards are gonna go in advance, so I'm not counting. But anyway, okay, so you might have seen these, they kind of made a little cameo, but I do have this Yuna and Shinbi card from The Awakening, and here's the backs. The next time I do, or the next time I kind of like show, like in my next video, you'll probably see if I rearrange this, but I'm just gonna put it like that for now. Then I need another sleeve. If you're wondering what that noise is, I'm sitting next to one of my drawers where I put the sleeves, so that's what that is. Okay. So the next card I have is this Yeren from Rainbow. This is this is not Rainbow, this is Parallel, sorry. Rainbow is the repackage of Parallel. Then this is gonna go right here. All right, so then let's take these off. My binder is a mess. Okay, so I have these 2 Time for the Moon Knight cards. This is So On and then Umji. And here's the back. So I'm collecting this set that has this back. All right, so then I do have, I think I just have 1 Gugudon card yet. It is this Sejong from New Action. That's what it is. And then she'll go here. Okay. And next I have some Luna cards, which I'm really glad I was able to make some more progress on this set this past month, just because these cards are pretty hard to find, and when you do find them, they're a little bit expensive, but I think I was able to get most of these for a good price. Okay, sweet. So those are all my Luna cards, and then let's move. I need another new slot because I have my Oh My Girl cards. Okay, this is going to be a mess because I have not pre-planned the layout for this. So I'm just gonna put them all on one page, and then I'll go back off camera and make sure they're in the proper place. But I did pull, these were my pulls from the Fall in Love album. And then this was the card that I pulled with my Nonstop album. I'm going to be collecting the selfie version, and I'm really glad I pulled this one. I guess this era is kind of over, or being close to over, but I loved Mimi's hair, and this was the card of, between her two cards, this was the one that I wanted, so I'm glad that I pulled it. So let me just straighten it in the sleeve. Okay, perfect. So skipping to twice, I have, so since I finally got the What Is Love albums, that allowed me to start trading for the set that I wanted. This is the set. It's the one where they have like their name in the corner. Okay, so that's all that I have for twice. And then, oh, also, so these came with the pre-order cards, and I, off camera, went ahead and just put these in here since they are official, but they're not, like, they're pre-order benefits, so I just went ahead and put those in. Okay, so then, where is Wacky Mecky? Okay, actually, here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, yes, with these cards I have completed Kiss Kicks, which I'm really happy about. So I was able to trade for Suyeon and Lua. Awesome. Okay, so then, oh, and I'm also going to complete this page. I also traded for this Suyeon from Lock End LOL. I don't know if I showed the card or the backs of the other cards, I'm sorry. So I'm collecting the autograph back set. Perfect. And then I think I need one more sleeve. All right. So I do need another pocket page. And I also have this Suyeon from Weekend LOL, the repack. So that goes here. Okay, awesome. And then the last couple of cards I have are WJSN. Let me go ahead and grab a pocket sleeve. Okay, so let's figure out where these go. Okay, so I was wrong. This does not go here. This needs to go after Happy Moment. So where's, okay, perfect. Also, I'm sorry that you can see the glare or the sun coming through. So I have these 3 cards that I pulled from Dream Your Dream. that is all that I have for my girl group binder. Let me know if you guys want to see a video where I set everything up like this. Hold on, let me show what this like this. I don't know, let me know if you guys would actually want to see that. Otherwise I'll just kind of do it off camera, or I could even kind of make the stickies and then have a video of putting them, or like setting up my binder. But yeah, just let me know in the comments section. But all right, so those were all my girl group cards that I got in May. And then I am going to get my boy group binder. Okay, I have my boy group binder, and this is going to be just as messy, if not a little bit messier, than my girl group photo card binder storing, because I did not pre-plan some like for all the groups, and I do have a couple groups where I have I'm starting to collect them and I don't have placeholders just yet, but you know what? We are going to make the best of it. Okay, so I need to make a new section for Astro. Okay, it goes, let me get sleeve. Okay, so Astro will be between AB6 and ATs. I think it's these, these binders are getting full. I really need to get new binders. Let me see how many. I have a bunch of Astro cards. I don't know how many are gonna fit in one page. Well, I do know because there's 9 sleeves, or there's 9 pockets. Okay, okay. So these are the Autumn Story cards that I have. I have Unu, Moonbin, and then Rocky. So I'm going to do, did I do this in the last? Oh, I did this for Oh My Girl. Okay. I'm going to put as many cards as I can on one sleeve, and then off camera, I'm gonna go back and actually put them where they should be. So then I do have a couple of Winter Dream ones. So I have Jinjin, Moonbin, Rocky, and then Sanha. So I do have this MJ card from Rise Up. This is the set that I'm collecting where they just wrote Rise Up on the back. These are the special single photo cards, one and only, MJ and Rocky, and I'm going to be collecting the purple back set with the signatures. Okay, so these are all the gateway cards that I have. I am just missing MJ's. As you can see, I started doing it for my boy group binder. Again, haven't really completed this just yet, but let me know if you guys would like me to film that process. So I got their second mini, Hello Strange Place. And I pulled these two, and then this was the group card that I wanted to put in my binder because this is probably my favorite of the two. Okay, so that's all that I have for CIX, and now I'm going to go to Baekhyun's page. There we go. So this was the mint version card that I pulled. And this was my favorite of the two from this version. Okay, and then I missed day 6. Wow, okay. I have one card to put away. This is the Dawn card that I pulled. Okay. Actually, why? Okay. Okay. GOT7. I have a bunch of GOT7 cards to put away. This is going to be a mess. I'm gonna do... Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry you had to witness that. GOT7, okay. So, I have a bunch of GOT7 cards. This is kind of gonna be a mess because my initial layout for GOT7 was incorrect because I completely missed an album. So I have these from their debut. So I have Jackson, Jinyoung, and Youngjae. I'm going to... All right, so then I have this JB and Jinyoung from Mad. I have 3 Just Right cards. I have Mark, Jackson, and Jinyoung. Okay, this is going to look messy, but here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of getting a whole new page, I'm just gonna put Jinyoung here. Does it make sense? No. Ow. But just so, I'm just gonna keep it like that. I have this Jinyoung and then this Youngjae. Okay. That's fine. And then I think I have, oh, these are where all of my die cards are gonna go. So I am just missing Mark. Yay, I'm glad this set is almost done, and it is such a pretty set. Okay, so next is, where am I? Oh, Okay, actually no, I flipped to the right spot. So another group that I do not have a pre-planned layout for, but I only have one card, so it won't look too bad. That is Monsta X, so I pulled this Kihyun. I am going to be collecting the version 2 set. I feel like a lot of people don't like to cross trade, especially for this era, which in some ways I get, but at the same time, I don't know. Personal preference. All right, so then I do have 2 NCT cards, and they are both polls. Hold on 1 second. So I pulled this Johnny and this Jungwoo from the Neozone repack. I'm glad that I did. Both of these cards were the ones that I wanted for each of them. Okay, then the very last card that I have is actually needs to go after after the boys. So I pulled this Yeonjun from the Dream Chapter Eternity, and I'm going to be collecting this. This is the port version. If I can get it. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there for now. All right. So that was all of the boy group cards that I had to put away. Let me close this out. All right. I know this was a long video, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I know I kind of asked some questions here and there, but I will see you guys in the next one.